Spend a Day in My Shoes took on a whole new meaning on Tuesday, May 5th, as state and local elected leaders from Albany to Buffalo traded in their suit coats for turnout gear. The day is called Fire Ops 101, and on this day, the media and state and local lawmakers were given a hands-on opportunity to experience what it's like to face some of the life and death situations that go along with being a firefighter. That includes the toll it takes on your body and knowing the importance of having the necessary tools to do the job properly and safely.
When a firefighter talks about needing, a certain level of staffing or a certain type of equipment, it absolutely helps if the people understand why they're asking for that.
State Senator Tim Kennedy of Buffalo donned the gear at the training facility in Colony, New York. He took part in a vehicle extrication, engine and ladder company operations, search and rescue with near zero visibility, and a live fire, all in a controlled environment.
To be able to come and see how they're trained, to come and be able to see firsthand how hot that fire is, to be able to see how difficult it is to maneuver through unknown territory, through smoke, to go and find a child or a man or a woman that is in need of help. It's extremely exhilarating, and it's one of those things that I will definitely never forget.
And knows that better than New York City firefighter Gene Stolowski. By all accounts, Gene shouldn't be here today, but he somehow survived what's known as Black Sunday, January 23, 2005, a day when the New York City Fire Department lost multiple members in two separate fires, including the one Gene was called to. It started out as a routine one-room fire in the Bronx that suddenly turned bad. 6 firefighters, one of them just a month into the job, became trapped, with the windows being the only way out. It was 5 stories up.
And then all of a sudden, like I said before, it was like they flipped a switch. And it went from, I'm standing in this room, to I got to jump out this window.
All 6 made the decision to jump from 4 different windows. 2 died that day. The other 4 were seriously hurt. One of the 4 lost his life 6 years later as a result of his injuries. To this day, Gene doesn't know how he survived.
My worst injury was my neck injury. I actually have what I call, there's a big medical term for it, but an internal decapitation. I have 2 rods in my neck that are holding my head back on my body. When I hit the ground, I actually basically snapped my head off of my body.
His right leg from the knee down was put together with metal. The left knee had to be completely reconstructed. His pelvis was blown open and had to be plated down. He won't ever fight fires again. Instead, he spearheads a different fight, educating firefighters and decision makers about fire safety, including the use of rope harnesses.
You should have that rope and harness and train with it and know how to use it, because when it hits the fan and you got to get out really fast, you're going to need it. And so if you know how to use your piece of equipment and get out of this building, you're going to safely get yourself to the ground, and you're going to go home to your family. I was lucky to actually go home to my family, but I really shouldn't be here, but I am. So I guess it's the message to give to the community and to the fire service that, this can happen, and I survived it, but can we learn from it? Let's learn from it.
It's a scary situation. It's why we need to ensure that they're having the resources that they need to perform their duty to the highest levels possible.
Because of what happened in 2005 on Black Sunday, firefighters now have ropes and harnesses in New York State. Hopefully it won't take another tragedy to ensure that the men and women who risk their lives to save ours have the necessary gear, staffing, and training needed to fight fires in the safest way possible. Spend a day in their shoes, and you will quickly realize what it takes to be on the front lines, and this was only a drill.